Listen, I'm looking for a fellow they call Riki. Do you know him?
You mean Hinnick? He's the tanner's son, isn't he?
Any idea where I might find him?
I don't know. Try at his folks' house, but he doesn't spend much time there.
What can you tell me about the old courier?
As I say, he's as cantankerous as a hog in a thorn bush. He won't talk to anyone.
You know this Hinnick. Can you tell me something about him?
Not much, I confess. Much of the village folk avoid him like the plague.
Why is that?
Tanners have never been the most sought-after companions. And what's more, he keeps the company of all kinds of knaves. In short, he doesn't have the best reputation.
Why do they call Hinnick Riki, anyway?
He's a tanner, isn't he? If you're ever downwind of him, you'll see for yourself. Tanning isn't a trade for the weak of stomach.
True enough, but not every courier is given that name.
Well, I'd say it might have something to do with his reputation, too.
Why has he got such a bad name?
Well, like his old man, he doesn't talk much to anyone. And then he's always skulking off somewhere. I heard he got a taste of the pillory and retired for thieving. And in Neuhoff, he got boozed up in the alehouse with his cronies and they beat up some merchants.
A bit more than high spirits, huh?
Just so. We're all honest folk here, and we've no use for the likes of him.
Don't tell me no one at all talks to him.
Well, he's been seen around with one of the bathhouse wenches. Adela, I believe she's called.
Where does the tanner live? What can you tell me about this Hinnick?
What can I tell you? No, he's none too popular. No one cares to talk to him.
Why not?
Well, I don't know. but I heard he goes around with dubious people.
And does nobody at all talk to him?
That harlot Adela hangs around with him, of course.
Harlot?
She works as a bathhouse wench. Same thing.
Where's the bathhouse? I heard you've been seeing Hinnock the Tanner.
So what? Come to preach to me, have you? That I'm a loose woman, a sinner? That I seduce decent men, huh?
God, no, nothing like that. It's just that you're the only one in the village who sees Hinnock, so I came to ask you about him.
I've seen him often enough, but I don't know what I could tell you about him.
When did you see him last?
A few days ago. He came to me late in the evening, drunk.
That was unusual?
I never saw him drink much. He always came here sober.
So he was acting strange that evening?
He was strange. I had the feeling he was afraid of something. He kept on prattling and wasn't interested in, well, you know what. So I threw him out and I haven't seen him since.
Where can I find Hinnock?
I haven't seen him in the village for a few days. He must have run off to the woods again.
Does he do that often?
From time to time.
What the hell does he get up to there?
I don't know.
Look here. I'm a friend of Hinnock's and I really need to know where he is and what he's doing.
But I already told you I don't know where he is.
So I suppose he just goes to the woods to pick mushrooms, does he?
I really don't know what you want from me. So Hinnock is a bit odd and sometimes he goes off into the woods.
He goes to the woods from time to time. That smells fishy.
What do you mean? There's no law against it, is there?
With all the footpads, pillagers, humans, and God knows what kind of vermin around, I'd say that's pretty suspicious.
But Hinnock certainly has nothing to do with those people.
Then what does he do there? I don't expect he's gathering mushrooms.
I really don't know what you want from me. So Hinnock is a bit odd and some...
Can you remember anything he said that evening?
Hard to say. He went on about some Jacob who died. Then he was regretting he ever got into it, but he never said what it was. And that it wasn't worth it for the money. Aye, and then he was talking about the money. That was very odd.
What did he say about the money?
Just that he had a pile of money hidden at home behind the house.
Uh-huh. What did you say to that?
What could I say? He was drunk. He kept saying I was a fine girl and other harlots wouldn't go with him even for money. And if I wanted, I could even take half the money and leave. Or he'd go with me and we could get married and such. Just poppycock.
Did he tell you exactly where he hid it?
He said he buried it at his dad's small holding in the western corner.
All right. Thanks. I'm looking for a fellow they call Riki. Have you ever heard tell of him?
Why wouldn't I? That's what they call my son, Hinnick.
Uh-huh. You wouldn't happen to know where he is?
I don't know nothing.
Don't you know at least where he usually goes? It's quite important.
Hinnick shows up at home once in a blue moon, so I don't know nothing about where he gets to. Even if I did, why would I tell every Tom, Dick, and Harry?
Watch your tongue, peasant. I am an envoy of Sir Rotzik Kovila, and I'm conducting an investigation here. So stop hedging and tell me where your son is, right now.
Sir Radzig's envoy. Sorry, try that on someone else.
Your son is about to get into deep shit. I'm trying to find him so I can warn him.
That's nothing new. He's always up to his ears in it.
This time his neck is on the block. He got mixed up with some very unsavory people. I have to find him.
I'm not surprised, but I still can't help you. I don't know where he is.
Do you at least know anyone he's friends with, or...
As far as I know, nobody here in the village talks to him.
I heard he's seeing some bathhouse wench.
Maybe. He can't get it for free, so I suppose he's got to go to the baths.
I'd like to talk to you about...
I'm very busy, so...
Look here, fellow. Your son is in a serious scrape, and I'm trying to help him. Your evasions are starting to vex me, and my patience is running out.
Are you threatening me? And I'm supposed to believe that you want to help Hinnick?
Believe what you like. I'm concerned about Hinnick, but I don't care much what happens to you. Is that clear?
Fuck it. I'm not going to take a beating on account of that good-for-nothing.
So?
There's not much I can do for you anyway. Hinnick was here, but he left right away.
Where did he go? You better give me something. You really do not want to waste my time.
Hinnick makes some money on the side from poaching. He boasted to me a few times about what a great hideout he found in the woods, but he never told me where it is.
All right. It's not much to go on, but it's better than nothing. Don't you have any clue where his hideout might be?
I really don't know nothing about that. I could...
How's that?
Because every time he brought some hides for tanning and money.
He had money because he sold the stuff right away?
I suppose. He never kept any of his loot here.
Do you know who he sold it to?
Well, I don't really know. But the innkeeper came here now and again and gave him money. Of course, it could have been for meat.
All right. I'll ask at the inn then. I want to ask about the courier's son, Hinnock. I heard a different story, though, that the two of you were doing business together. A friend of Hinnock's. He's gone missing and I need to find him.
Welcome to my shop.
I want to ask about Ricky.
Jesus, ask then if you must. Who'd have thought there'd be so much interest in a dolt like him?
I have no time for this. I have to find Hinnock, and you are going to help me.
Even if I did know, why the hell would I help you?
This is a nice alehouse you have here. It would be a shame if anything happened to it.
Are you threatening me?
What do you think? So are you going to talk, or do I have to beat it out of you?
Fine. Let's get to the point then.
See now. Where there's a will, there's a way.
I did some deals with Riki, but I swear to God I don't know where he is.
I hear Hinnock has a hideout in the woods he uses for hunting game. Do you know where it is?
I don't know exactly. That is, I don't know where it is at all.
But
What I happen to know, it's a dark place, a cave or an old mine shaft.
how do you know?
Whenever Riki was going poaching, he always came to me first for candles and lamp oil. He brought the game skinned and gutted, so he had to have light for that.
How much game did he bring you?
Not much. A few pieces. There's no great demand here. Sometimes the gentry has something, otherwise it ends up in sausages.
And do you know the whereabouts of some mine shaft in the area?
I don't know. But a few months ago, the quarrymaster, Sir Rupert, was complaining over his ale here that Lord Divish had saddled him with a hell of a job. He had to check out all the old mine shafts in the area to see what state they were in.
I'll try asking him then. Thanks.
You're welcome.
I'm looking for a mine shaft around here, and I heard you know all about them.
Mine shaft? What for, lad? You surely don't expect to find any silver?
No, of course not. I'm here at the behest of Sir Rudzik and Sir Hanush. I suspect there's a certain outlaw hiding in the woods.
Aha! That's a different matter then. There's not many mine shafts left here. Most of them either collapsed or were filled in. But there's still one trial shaft left. That might interest you.
How do I find it?
Take the road to St. James's. On the way you'll reach a stone bridge. A short way past the bridge, the stream cuts through the path again. At that point, you'll see a hillside on your right, and the shaft is in that hillside.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Just try not to break your neck.
To do. Not that I can expect any useful advice from you. Ugh, at least you have no more cares.
Need someone to talk to.
Fuck! Don't kill me! I can explain. I won't tell anyone, I swear. I've no one to tell anyway, just please, don't kill me.
I'm not planning to kill you.
You're not one of Runt's men?
No.
Then who are you?
I come in the name of Sir Rudzik-Kobila and Sir Hanush of Lipa. I'm investigating the raid on the Neuhof stud farm.
I got no idea what you're on about.
Save your breath. If you want to have any chance to escape the gallows, you'd better come clean, all right?
Jesus Christ. This will never be over.
So?
All right.
That Neuhof raid of yours didn't turn out quite as planned, did it?
Depends on whose plan you're talking about. We was in it to grab some loot and bugger off. Only Runt's Cutthroats was there to shed blood.
What do you mean, Runt's Cutthroats?
There was 2 gangs there, mine and Runt's. We was only there to steal. They wanted to slaughter everyone.
But when you knew what they had in mind, you didn't have to go along with it, did you?
But we didn't know nothing. Even that we was going to Neuhof. They told us to keep watch on the courtyard while they was cutting the horses' throats. Jesus, that fucking vexed me. Them horses was the most valuable thing there. When I spoke up, though, Runt gave me such a bollocking I thought it was best to keep my mouth shut. And when they said we was gonna kill anything what moved, then we knew there was no going back.
Did you know any of Runt's people?
Not a one. They didn't talk to us at all. And none of their faces was familiar either. The only thing I know is they called that huge chief of theirs Runt. And Pius warned us to watch out for him.
I don't suppose you know where they got to after the raid, do you?
On the way to Neuhof, Timmy told me he was at their camp with Pius. I reckon that's where they're at.
Did Timmy tell you where the camp is?
Somewhere in the woods. He didn't say nothing more. Thing is, Timmy's got quite an imagination, but Pius roared at him to shut it, so I reckon there must be something in it.
That gang of yours, what can you tell me about them?
I don't know what you want to know. There was 4 of us, me, Timmy, Limpy Lubosh, and Pius Pavel. Sometimes we'd rob a place or hold up pilgrims, never nothing fancy.
I'm sure you did mischief enough. Who led you?
Pius. He was the oldest, and he'd mostly find the jobs for us, plan them and the like. He got us into that fucking mess in Neuhof, too.
What about the others?
Timmy's thick as a fence post. Strong as an ox, but not a brain in his head. And Limpy, I've been with him the longest. He's my one and only friend, I suppose.
Who got your 2 gangs together? You must have made contact somehow, right?
Pius. He comes to us and says he's got this prime job. We're gonna rob a farm, he says. That was a big deal, because mostly we just did small stuff. A hold up on the road now and then. Nothing bigger. When they told us how much we could make on it, well, we just couldn't refuse.
So Pius knew.
I suppose, but I don't know where from. We even got paid up front. I should have known from the start it was a bit fishy.
Where did the rest of your gang end up?
You saw Limpy, right?
Aye, but he's no use to me now. Tell me where I can find Pius or Timmy.
I don't know nothing about Pius. He vanished in the woods and I haven't seen him since. Timmy, I reckon, went back to the mill where he works.
Which mill?
The windmill, a bit north of Neuhof.
Where did the rest of your gang... Aye.
I don't know.
Which mill?
The windmill.
Tell me exactly how the raid went down.
Well, we stormed in from the rear. Runt's people started slaughtering the horses. And Jesus, that was bleeding horrible. Meanwhile, me and Limpy had to sniff around the stables to see if we could find anything worth pilfering. And in the end, we got lucky.
What did you find?
Smill, Hanush's groom. I don't know why he was up and what he was doing in the stables, but we took advantage of the situation. Limpy grabs him by the throat and I slapped him round to tell us where the money was. Then, it all fell apart at the seams rapid-like. Runt comes running up and skewers the groom like a pig for roasting. My jaw dropped. I thought the stuff about killing was just tough talk.
And it wasn't?
No, not in the least.
What happened then?
Well, I'm gaping at Smill, stuck through and through, and then I noticed this boy standing at the other end of the stables, pointing at us, jaw hanging down to his knees, saying, "Lubosh?" Runt turns to us and hisses, "Take him down!" So, me and Lubosh start running, because the lad took to his heels. At the same time, we could hear the noise of the skirmish in the courtyard. We caught up with the boy at the next farmhouse. I knocks him on the ground, but he bashes me with some piece of iron so hard, my head's ringing like a fucking church bell. Limpy grabs it off of him and stands over him with his bodkin in his hand, and I start praying. In the end, he just gives him a kick and says, "Beat it, Ginger." And then Runt shows up at the gate and hollers that we gotta go. So we scarpered.
What happened after the raid?
We was waiting for that fool Timmy. Same place as we'd met him before, so he'd know where we was, right? Fucking bad idea. But Pius didn't want to leave him behind. Only when Timmy turned up after a while, 2 of Runt's men was dragging him.
There was some, difference of opinion.
They started on us right away that we was traitors. They knew we'd let somebody get away, and now we was gonna pay for it. They started surrounding us, and we knew it was coming. But Limpy took his bodkin and let that fucker have it in the belly.
Runt?
No, one of the others. Timmy broke free from them, and we all took to our heels. Luckily, they was so buggered from the raid they didn't follow us for long. They just shouted after us that they'd find us.
That's all I need to know. So now, what do I do?
Well...
Shut up, he'll hear you.
Shit. Runt's people. We gotta get out of here.
They're too close. We'll never outrun them.
Oh, fuck.
At least they don't know there are 2 of us. We can take them by surprise.
In a pig's eye. I'm out of here.
Look here. If you run, they'll kill you, and me too. Together we stand a better chance.
Oh, Jesus Christ. All right. I suppose you're right.
Coming.
Ow! Looking for more?
I'll send you straight to hell.
Fuck. God damn.
That was just a warm-up.
Bastard.
Christ My God! Guard, quick!
help!
There's a corpse there!
Someone has been killed.
I came to war. They killed your friend. If you don't want to end up like him, you'd better tell me what you know.
And how will that...
Don't.
Fine. That depends on who...
What do you mean?
There was 2...
But when you... Tell me what did you... And it...
No.
What happened?
What? No.
What happened then?
Well,
Tell me what...
Smell.
And...
No.
What...
Well,
What happened?
We was waiting there. Huh.
That... what? Who... So Pi... Where... With the... That's all.
Be a bit more careful.
What the hell? I'll slay you, you scum! Yow! Yow! Fuck! Yow! Kill you.
Had enough!
Giving up, eh?